Well, hello everybody and welcome to another devlog video. So in this video I will present you all the little improvement and change I made to the ergonomics of the game. So now we have a nice new multi-tool yeah, so if you play the game it's going to be quite important because a lot of things have changed. So you might feel a bit lost and so on, but it's really for the greater good, especially for a newcomer. I think there was a bunch of things that were not really logical, and so I fixed that, and I also made the whole thing more powerful. So as you can see, also I've changed the spaceship control physics. So now we have really a full 6 degree of freedom type of control. So you need to hold the key to move in a direction, but you can move up, down, and strafe, basically like in a first person controller. I think it's better to mine and explore and maybe fight a bit like that. But since I also think the old way of doing is great for some purpose, typically to go faster or to slalom between asteroids. So I've added into the boost feature. So now you just press the shift key and your ship will gain some speed and get into the boost mode, which is really equivalent to the old one. So you just need to so it's really controlled like a plane right now. So you just need to, with your mouse, you don't need to hold any key. You can look around and slalom between asteroids. So that's really the new key. So I think really this kind of control will be the best of both worlds. So at low speed you get really full control, and then at high speed you can really maneuver and control your trajectory much better. Okay, so now I will review all the little change I made for the multi-tool update, basically. Okay, so for the block and brick placement, so I switched the action key. So I think it's more logical to have it on the primary action, which is, by default will be left click. So obviously you can switch that after that if you want. And really the cool thing, so as you can see now, you for the block typically that you don't need to rotate. When you drag and hold, basically now you will have that nice extension feature that has been revamped and improved. And so yeah, really you don't need it's going to be extremely easy. And if you want a different axis, you can just press Q, and yeah, you will build your block in a different direction. So that's pretty neat, and that applies also, for example, for pipe that can be extended very smoothly like that. And for wedge, so a wedge still need a rotation, so you can rotate like before, and then if you press shift, you will enter into that extension mode. And the wedge also is can only be extended in one dimension, basically. So that's also a small change compared to before. Another thing that changes a bit is really the delete tool. So delete is really now coming from the tool. So it means that if you have nothing equipped like that, you won't be able to delete anything. So I think that's something I wanted to minimize misclick, and so that you can play and fly your ship stress-free, let's say. So yeah, you can delete. So I changed, I did a bit more visual feedback, and also you need to hold the key a bit. So yeah, again to minimize misclick. And if you want to mass delete, so that really don't change much. So you need to just press shift. So you need to continuously hold the shift, and then you will be able to drag like that to delete a complete surface. And now you can really see the really what you are deleting. So I think yeah, it's much clearer like that. So you need to be careful. Now you are really deleting the complete voxel. So typically all this brick over here will be deleted. So yeah, be aware, and that this is yeah, something a bit dangerous, let's say. So that's it. Okay, so next up is the paint tool. So yeah, the look has been a bit improved with that nice floating blob on top of the tool, and some new particle. But really the cool thing is that there is now a color selection wheel, color selection screen, so you just need to press Q and then you click on a color and then it will automatically select it. So really you don't need to go into the codecs and drag and drop, which was a bit cumbersome, to be honest. So that's it. And also another change is the secondary tool, which is no longer assigning a default color, just because this is not how the game will work for survival and crafting and so on, where item will have a basic color, let's say. So now to be in line with the build tool, the secondary action is just remove the color. So that's it, guys. So regarding the repair tool, so I've added just some particle and a nice icon on the multi-tool, and also as some of you noticed in the previous video, so I changed the order, so it is really back to front. So when you start to repair, so for example here there is some stuff to repair behind, and it will first start with that and then go to the front, so you won't miss any potential damage. So that's it. Okay, so one of the things that was not really logical is the way we interact. So there was two key, basically the F key and then the right mouse button, and I changed that. So now even to activate small button, you will have to press the F key, and also to really minimize the risk of misclick. And so I've added a bit of a hold mechanic to the key, so you need to hold in order to enter a seat. So yeah, so there won't be any misclick, especially when exiting, because yeah, there is quite a few, depending on your cockpit, a few things to activate. And yeah, so this is really the new way. So yeah, you might need to relearn that a little bit, so sorry for you guys, but I think overall it's a much better way, with also some text indication on what you are going to activate.